We are members of the Heritage Panel and Changemakers Club of Carver High School.
This month we are bringing to you the Be the Change Day of the Month.
This month's topic is mental health.
We feel that mental health is a very important topic and isn't talked about enough.
We are the future. If we don't speak up, who will?
I feel like we don't talk about mental health because many people will get judged about it.
I feel like a lot of people take it as a joke, or they say that you're doing it for attention, and it can be really a letdown to be like, I want to talk about this, I want someone to understand, but they're just gonna laugh at me and take it as a joke, and that's just gonna make it worse.
I speak for me, or probably my seniors. I feel like because we're getting ready to go into the adult world, we have a lot on our plate. We are applying for colleges, we're retaking the ACT, we got homework still doing, we got extracurricular activities. So sometimes it can be a lot and it can be very overwhelming and stressful.
And then to go off what Scholar was saying, even not knowing how to deal with problems like that, I feel as though it can create even bigger situations and even more health problems with us not knowing how to cope with and deal with those issues.
It's also the factor of there's no outlet for it, so a lot of times it gets bottled up, and that can cause the depression sequence because it all starts with that stress and anxiety of things like you can have work, school, extracurricular activities, and just etc. of things that pile up, almost like a small garbage can. You just throwing it to the side, I'll deal with it later, and it piles up until that can is overflowed, and then that brings that ultimate stress, panic attacks, and so on and so forth.
I feel as though we can start to change about how we approach mental illness to make our peers feel more welcome and more open to talk about it. And we can start the seriousness of the conversation and end the playfulness and the mean comments and the other things that'll make people feel bad for having illnesses.
I wish my peers knew that I'm not gonna judge you if you ever come try and talk to me or, about any situation. And it's okay to talk to other people, even people that you don't know. You ain't gotta tell them all your business, but if it's a certain situation you wanna get off your chest, you can talk to somebody, even your counselor, teachers, because I talk to my teachers if something is bothering me. So
I feel as though there's a lot of people that we don't know take medication for mental illness or they suffer from mental illness. And when saying, oh, did you take your medication, or you're being crazy and stuff like that, it really makes them even more closed off and more self-conscious about what they take, because it makes them feel different, and not everybody likes to feel different. And that sense of alienation makes it even worse for that person, what they're going through. And so that puts them at a bigger risk. So I feel as though as a class of Carver High School, since all of our last name is Carver, we should take the step forward to make it a more inclusive society as a school for the well-being of our peers and ourselves.
my name is Tasha Brownlee. I'm lead counselor here at Carver High School. I'm also 9th grade counselor, and I have a portion of 10th grade. But with being the lead, I have to be a team helper, be able to work with the other counselors and our graduation coach to make sure that all students are successful, socially, emotionally, as well as academically. What can students do if they need help? A lot of times the students have a closer sometimes relationship with teachers just because they spend more time with them during the week in the classroom. So a lot of kids who have issues, if they're dealing with something at home, if we're talking about specifically child abuse or anything like that, they may choose to disclose to their teacher before their counselor. Or they may be on a team, let's say they're on a volleyball team, and they may choose to disclose to their coach. All adults in the building understand that they are mandatory reporters, and the counseling department, we work well with our teachers so that they understand that once a student has disclosed to them that they are required to inform the counseling department, that grade level counselor or an administrator, to focus on the success of a student, socially, emotionally, and academically. Once we get that notice that a student is struggling socially or emotionally, then we have a duty to reach out to our resources. We are school counselors, so our focus is graduation and post-secondary interest and things like that. But as we guide students through their high school years, we understand that we must network and collaborate with outside resources to help our students on that level. So we work with different agencies like MPAC or JVS or Work in Progress, UAB, Beacon of Recovery, the School of Counseling from UAB, and all of those organizations. Those individuals are the experts, they're therapists, they're psychologists, and they have the know-how to work a child through a particular struggle. It could be suicidal ideation, like I said before, child abuse. Of course, we have to reference out to DHR. So the counseling department at Carver High School is a resource center. Our goal is to make sure that kids are successfully completing their coursework and everything, and then we also work with our teachers to understand that if a child is struggling, it's not necessarily about their ability all the time, that sometimes those kids are just focusing on issues that they may be dealing with at home, and those particular issues may be causing them to be not as successful or sometimes just totally unsuccessful in their classrooms. So we're here. Our department is always open. We come to work at 8:15. We leave out about 4:30 most days. We have open door policies with our counselors. There's no scheduled lunch break, so our kids are able to walk in with passes from their teachers and talk to us at any time. And they do understand that we are guided through our laws of FERPA, and so their disclosing of their information is confidential unless they're harmful to themselves or someone else. But we keep, their business or their issues confidential, and that helps us to build our trust with our students so that they can feel like they have a family here at Carver High School. Thank you.